So I'm finally finished with my build of a 416. This is more or less the final result. I might paint the silencer and exchange the pistol grip because I don't like the H&K style pistol grip. But other than that, I'm quite satisfied with how this build turned out. So the gun itself is a Tokyo Marui 416D. Internally, it's not changed at all because I'm satisfied with how it performs. Their hop-up is extremely good, so even though it shoots quite slow at around 90 meters per second, it performs really good. So I don't want to open it until something breaks, so I will leave it stock internally. However, externally I've done quite a bit, so I will cover that in this video. So to start with, in the front here, I have a KAC style silencer. I bought it from Begadi. It's a quick detachable style, and it's attached to this flash hider, also bought from Begadi. Here I have an Element Scout flashlight. I think this one is called 600W, and it's possible to have both a steady light, and you can also have a strobe function with this, which is really handy in a close quarters battle. Up front here on the flashlight I have not the most pretty solution, but it's more or less a plastic protector. It's from Kimpla Custom. I bought it from Toy Soldier, and it protects the glass in front of the light, so it won't get shattered from BBs. As I said, not the prettiest solution, but it works and it protects my flashlight, so yeah, I went with it. Covering the rails, I have just some standard ladder style rail covers. Bought them from eBay for a couple of dollars, really cheap, but they are very good for the price, and yeah, I really like them. Here I have a Magpul PTS front grip, and up top here I have a front sight and also a rear sight here. Magpul PTS Embus Generation 2. I can flip up like so, and this one I need to, yeah, like so, on the other side here. I really like them, however they are more or less for decoration. I will not use them that often, but yeah, it's good to have them if my EOTech is not working or something like that. First off, I bought some China clones from eBay that looked like these. However, I wasn't quite satisfied with them because even when they were folded down, they rested like, well, something like this. So they weren't as flush to the rail as the PTS style Embus sights. So that's why I bought those. Moving on, this is a PEC box from Element. I think it's called LA5C. This is the appearance version, which is, according to what I've heard, the most realistic looking one. It's really nice. It got a flashlight, a red laser, and a IR laser as well. And to control the PEC box and the flashlight here, I have a Night Evolution dual switch here mounted on the rail. It's not the best position, however it works for me, so I kept it there. It's really good. I really like it. It's easy to control both the PEC box and flashlight. And then we come to the sights themselves. To start with, as you might see, their color is not the best, and that is the only complaint I have with these. The finish is a bit pink. However, it looks worse on camera than in real life, but anyway. And they are from Optronics, and by far this is the best EOTech replica I've used. It's really bright. even in very bright sunlight, it's really easy to see the reticle and use this sight. So I really love this one. It's really good. And as with all XPSs, it's powered with a CR123 battery. To protect it, I have bought a protector from Guns Modify. Sits here. It's quite tight. You have to remove the hood of the sight and then put the protector on and then mount the hood back. But once in place, it will not move. And this protector from Guns Modify is extremely much better than, well, almost any other protector, mostly from Element or some companies like that. This one does not interfere with the optical quality when you use the sight. I can't see that I have a protector when I use the sight, so this one is really good. And this magnifier is also from Optronics. I bought these in a package. They come in a plastic box. It's really nice. The magnifier is flipped to the side, and up front here I have mounted a kill flash from AIM-O. I intended to screw it on because I thought it was possible. However, it wouldn't fit the magnifier, so I had to be a bit creative, and I took some electrical tape and cut it in half and, well, more or less taped the kill flash on. It's not the most pretty solution, as with the protector here, but I think it works, and I want to protect the lens of the magnifier when it's flipped to the side, so it won't get shattered by BBs. Yeah, and here I have a sticker from, I think it's called Black Jack, if I'm not mistaken. I bought it from Evike. Since the Marui 416s doesn't have any trademarks on the right side, I decided to purchase this one. It's a weapon code label, more or less. Here I have exchanged the trigger guard to a Magpul PTS. I am really satisfied with how it turned out. However, it was a pain in the ass to install this one. The first problem I had was to remove the roller pin. I think it's the one to the back here. It was extremely hard to get out. It took me several tries to get it out. And then when I tried to install this one, it was too thick, so it wouldn't fit between here and here. So I had to sand it down quite a bit on all four sides here, and then it was extremely tight anyway, so I had to use some silicone. But eventually I got it in, and now it sits really good, and I really like this one. It's a bit bigger than the standard one, so even if you have huge gloves or anything, you can still have, well, you can still fit your fingers here. And I like the how it looks as well. Here I have a Sling Mount from Tokyo Marui. I usually use a a 1-point sling, so I wanted something to mount my sling to, and I didn't want to remove the nut here. So I went with this one from Tokyo Marui, which well, more or less, there's 4 screws, 2 on each side here, and then you just place on the top part and the lower part, and then you screw it back together, so you don't have to remove anything from the gun. And this one is quick detachable, so you just, as with all of these, you push this button and remove it, and you have one position here, one back here, and similar to this one but on the other side. So I am really satisfied with this one. The only problem, but you will lose one position of the stock with this one. But I never have it this far in. I have it further back, so it's not a problem for me. And last but not least, here we have the stock I went with. It's also from Tokyo Marui. It's a Voltor E-mod stock. I really like the looks of it and the ergonomics of it. I think it's better than the one that comes with a gun, and also better than the crane stock that also is available from Tokyo Marui. Some people have complained that their facial hair can get stuck in these grooves. I don't have that much of a beard, but I have some, and I haven't had an issue with hairs getting pulled out or anything. If you have problems, you can put some electrical tape or something over these. I really like the butterfly mechanism here, which is a bit more secure, so you won't accidentally change the position of the stock. And let me just flip this around. On this side, you have a small compartment where you can store, well, batteries or whatever. I just store some accessories to the stock if I need to remove it or tighten a screw or something. It doesn't have an O-ring, which I think the real steel one got an O-ring here, so bear that in mind if you keep batteries in here and it rains a lot. It might get wet. Now the next gen Tokyo Marui guns uses their soft mod batteries, which I don't like. So I went ahead and bought this Lipo Converter. It comes with a Tamiya connector, but since my batteries have Deans, I soldered on a Deans connector. And I know that some people just solder on cables directly to the connectors further down the stock here. However, I don't want to tinker with any of that, so I went with this one. It is extremely hard to find. I looked all over the internet, and everywhere I looked it was sold out. However, I eventually discovered a Japanese site called Bai. They are really good. They actually purchase from local Japanese companies and then ship it to you. Yes, it costs a bit more, but it's absolutely worth it because you can get hold of things like this, and it's not that expensive to purchase from them. So I can really recommend them. I bought quite much from Bai actually. So this sits in the connectors in the stock here, and then you can connect your LiPo. The only problem I have is that the LiPo goes in here, but the cables and connectors won't fit together with the battery, so I have to put them in the other compartment down here. And then it makes the butt plate quite hard to put on. And when you get it on, this comes off quite easy. So if you get this on and think everything is good and dandy, and then you try to shoot, it might not work the first time because this might have come loose. So you might need to fiddle around a bit before it works. I have thought about a solution, and that is to shorten the cables on this one and on the batteries quite much. So if this connector sits, well, around here, and then I shorten the connectors on the batteries itself, then I can connect the battery to this and fit everything in one tube here, and then I can have another battery in the other tube, so it's really easy to change battery. Then I just pull this out and connect to the other battery. So that's a solution I will look into further on, but I I'm not in the mood for some soldering right now, so that's why I keep it like this. Yeah, that is more or less everything. This is the first Tokyo Marui gun I own in a very long time. Last time I owned a Steyr AUG, I think. It's like 10 years ago, and I was extremely happy with that one. And now that I bought a Tokyo Marui again, I have a hard time going to any other brand, because this is so extremely good. I am very satisfied with how it performs out of the box. Their hop-up is extremely good. Their electrical blowback system is also really good, and I absolutely love that it stops shooting when the magazine is empty, and then you have a functioning bolt stop. That is worth all money in the world, according to me. So there's no more dry firing, and you really know when the magazine is empty. So this was a update of my 416 build. As I said, this is more or less the final look. I might change the pistol grip, but other than that, it's more or less this. I will put up a video later on for my pistol, which is now finished. This bugger here, let me see if I can focus. Yeah, this one was a pain in the ass to get on. I actually broke a set of front sights, so I had to buy another one. So this was quite expensive to build. But yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out. So I will post a video on this pistol later on. So thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please like it, comment and share if you want to. Take care. Bye.